The Hawaiian goose is a beautiful species, endemic to and symbolic of the state of Hawaii. The only wild populations of the Hawaiian goose live on the 5 largest Hawaiian islands: Hawaii, Maui, Oahu, Kauai, and Molokai. The Hawaiian goose is known to science as the Branta sanvicensis. When standing in a normal posture with its head held upright, it stands somewhere around 40 centimeters tall. The males grow to be adults that weigh around 1.7 to 3 kilograms, and the females are just slightly smaller, growing to weigh about 1.5 to 2.5 kilograms. They have a dark plumage, mostly gray and black, with brown legs and a black beak and a very dark black streak going on their face and down the back of their neck. But their signature feature is a very recognizable black and white striped pattern that cascades down the sides of their neck. Their ancestral founding population is closely related to the Canadian goose, which first came to the islands about 500,000 years ago. Despite being a medium-sized bird with seemingly normal wings, the Nene isn't that big on flying. In fact, some individuals can't fly at all. Those that do often limit their flying to brief bursts, mostly to evade a predator or hop a short distance to a new breeding ground or a new feeding area. The Nene spends most of its time walking and grazing on the ground, looking for edible leaves, fruits, flowers, and seeds. The Nene also lays its eggs in ground-based nests. The breeding season for the Nene is the longest of any goose in the world, going over the winter from August to April. After mating, the Nene female chooses a suitable spot and then builds her nest, while the male stands by to watch for threats and dangers. The female will lay up to 5 eggs. After incubating them for about a month, the young Nene will hatch from the eggs, and they'll generally be able to feed themselves right from the get-go. They'll stay with their parents and live in or near the nest up until about the next breeding season, when they'll leave to go live on their own. When Captain James Cook came to the Hawaiian Islands in the 18th century, there was an estimated 25,000 geese. But over time, there have been introduced species that have become predators for the Nene, finding them easy prey because of their tendency to stay on or near the ground. It makes them easy targets. By the middle of the 20th century, their populations were largely destroyed, leaving only 30 individuals. Conservation efforts have been able to bump these numbers up, and largely avoid the negative effects of inbreeding. This isn't a perfectly solved problem, but today, there are about 2,500 individuals spread across the world. Many of these individual Nene birds live in the Hawaiian wilderness, but even more live in zoos and protected reserves around the world.